Hi, and thank you for tuning in to the Barbara Dean Franklin Show, Real Talk, Real People. I'm your host, Barbara Dean Franklin, and today I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with my girlfriends, PQ and Caitlin. How are you today?
Hi, good.
Caitlin and PQ are from Public Allies Metro Detroit, and I'm gonna let you guys kind of tell what Public Allies is. But I had an opportunity to go to your forum to find out about the great and wonderful things that you guys are doing in the city of Detroit. So, which one of you tell me who is Public Allies?
Sure. So, Public Allies is a national movement, and it is grounded in the conviction that everyone can lead, that everyone is a leader. This national movement is launching in Detroit. So, we are launching in Detroit this fall. It is a leadership and service program. So, we'll be engaging 28 young people throughout the city of Detroit and connecting them with 20 to 25 nonprofits to do 10 months of service and then also engage in a leadership development program, so they'll have 8 to 10 hours of leadership per week.
Okay, so can you tell me, PQ, what are some of the benefits of the Michigan Public Ally, Detroit, Metro Detroit?
In terms of what a potential ally can get in participating with our program, some of what we like the advertising benefits are they are awarded a $1,450 stipend every month, which breaks down to $725 every 2 weeks before taxes, which makes them eligible for food assistance because really, who can really live off of that?
Exactly.
They're eligible for access to health care and child care as needed because we know if we want you to serve with us, we got to be able to make sure that you're going to be taken care of.
Right.
They're also eligible for student loan deferment. Say if you are a college grad or if you're kind of in the middle, kind of don't know where you want to go,
right,
and you want to take a break because you want to focus your energies a little bit more, then if you have any federal student loans, then you are eligible for deferment in that regard. So that's awesome for people. And then upon completion, they are eligible for a $5,550 education award, which is kind of like an account they can use towards future education expenses or paying back federal loans.
Okay, so now you got me right there. Okay, stick a pin in it, right? Yeah. Okay, so I need to apply for that application. But tell me, where did the idea of this move? I think that it is a wonderful idea. I think that there are a lot of untapped talent that's out here in the city of Detroit for real and the surrounding areas, that there are people who want to do something, who want to make a change, who want to be a part of the change, but they just don't know how to do it. So where did the idea start, or how long have, I know that you guys are just starting in Metro Detroit, but how long have Public Allies been in existence?
So Public Allies started in D.C., Washington, D.C. in 1992. And it was two young women that had the idea that young people are not the problem. Young people are not the ones causing the issue, and really look to young people to say, young people can be a part of this solution. So their concept was simple. Their idea was simple. They thought, we'll engage the young people that already want to make a change to the nonprofits that sort of have the more direct avenue to affecting change. So it launched in 92 with 14 Public Allies. It got national recognition almost immediately. Spread to Chicago. Our now First Lady, Michelle Obama, quit her full-time job to launch Public Allies Chicago. And then from there, from 92, 94, it just took off. We're now in 23 sites, Detroit being one of the newest. Okay,
and that's a great and a wonderful thing. I have a nonprofit. I'm waiting on my determination letter, which is called Women Empowered Crossing Paths. And I believe that once you cross, when we come together, we're like a cord intertwined that cannot be broken. There are a lot of things that you may want to do, but you're afraid to do it on your own, or you don't have the resources. So once you hook up or link up with somebody that is doing great things, somebody that can speak life into your life, then it's so much easier for you to do the work. Now, when you talk about the Public Allies, because one thing that I really heard you guys say and I really liked about, that when they come into your organization, they're not coming, if you have a, say if you have a soup kitchen and they come in, they're not coming in to serve soup to the patrons that are coming in there. They're coming for capacity planning building. Talk about that a little.
Okay, so our main goal with Public Allies is to place our allies into nonprofits to have them to do the capacity building work. And so some people know what that is and some folks don't.
Exactly.
So for those that aren't aware of what it is, it's what we consider the background work. So it's the planning, it's the organizing, it's the combining resources, creating resource binders if they don't have any.
Right.
It's the main goal is to be able to find ways to make that organization, that nonprofit, they're more effective, so
Okay.
their reach can be broader, to enrich those communities even more than where they are now.
Right.
So we talk about what do we see Detroit looking like in 3 to 5 years, and what would be the first 10 months of that. And we say that to the allies and the nonprofits. So as an
Okay.
ally, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years, and what would be the first 10 months? So thinking about that long-term mission and kind of splitting it up into these smaller projects.
Okay. So the allies, they work Monday through Thursday at the 501c3 at the nonprofit organization, and then on Fridays they come into a location that you guys determine, and they get actual training. What does that training look like?
So the training is going to be based off a couple of different buckets. We want to make sure that we're providing opportunities for folks to be able to increase skills, but also learn new ones as well.
Right.
So it's going to look different depending on where we are within the year. So in the
Okay.
beginning, it's about what is professionalism to you,
Right.
how to project plan effectively,
Customer
things of that
service,
nature. Yeah.
customer service, customer service. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
And then as we go further into the year, we're going to look at, so how are you doing with who you are as a person? Who are
Okay.
you as a leader? Because we want to make sure that we are helping them to grow. So
Right.
identifying weaknesses, identifying strengths,
Mhm.
figuring out how your project planning is going, doing a lot of reflection, and then working with them to figure out where are you going to be once you are done with this program.
Okay.
So it's not just about you're doing all this great work within your nonprofit,
Mhm.
and we want to make sure that you are being more self-aware, but we also want to make sure that you're able to be successful, because our goal is, while we want to make sure that these nonprofits have an effective reach, you as an ally
Right.
need to be able to have an idea of where you're going, be able to speak upon it, and then make that happen.
Right. Because I think the more effective ally that you put out there, the more effective your program is. And that way you can determine, how your program is working. So your checks and balances, per se, where you need to tweak things, where you need to get better, where you are great at. So when does the program start? Have you already started? Do you have allies already out here in the field, soldiers that are working?
Yeah, so our goal is to interview about 100 applicants. We have
Okay.
space for 28 allies, so we are in interviewing right now.
Okay.
We're actually collecting applications till October 11th.
All right, good.
And then the first day as an ally with the Public Allies Metro Detroit staff will be November 4th, and we'll do a week-long intensive training.
All right.
2 days in Detroit and then 3 days actually in mid-Michigan at a beautiful retreat center. And then their first day at the nonprofit site will be November 11th.
Okay. Now, I hear you say that two ladies started this, in 1992, and they said that young people are not the problem. What about some of the older, mature people who may want to? Are you limiting your application to a certain age, or?
Nope, we have no age limit.
Okay.
Generally, the program does attract 17 to 30, and we do really want it 17 to 30-year-olds, and we want to engage the younger group because we
Okay.
believe that this allies will be the next change makers in Detroit, that they will stay in Detroit and they will continue what they've learned. But one of our values is continuous learning, and we know there's no age limit on that. So
Most
we're
definitely.
selecting and collecting applications from every age.
Okay, all right. So, you are partnering with different organizations. Tell us a little bit about who you work with to get this, up and off the ground.
Sure. Just as we're collecting applications from allies, we're also collecting applications from nonprofits. So
Okay.
we have tons of nonprofits in the queue right now interested. Southwest Solutions, Boys and Girls Club, Teen Hype is interested.
Okay.
Wayne County Health Department has a couple initiatives they want us. They want to partner with us on. We have 3 goals, so increasing educational attainment, increasing careers, family supporting careers, and bolstering civic infrastructure.
Okay.
So nonprofits that are interested in those 3 areas are really encouraged to apply.
Okay. And so, and where I'm talking about is like who's your backers? Because I know that we were on the Dearborn, Michigan, Dearborn campus, University of Michigan, and then AmeriCorps. So these are yours. They are your people that pay for the program or help you pay or give you money. I think it's a federally funded program.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
So the Public Allies Program nationally is an AmeriCorps funded program.
Okay.
Generally, it depends on whether or not they're getting money from their state commission or not. But federally funded program, all of the sites are under the AmeriCorps umbrella. Now, here in Metro Detroit, we are a partnership with the University of Michigan Dearborn.
Okay.
So what that means is that the majority of the staff are employees of the University of Michigan Dearborn, but the program is run under the AmeriCorps grant.
Okay.
So there are like all the rules, prohibit activities, things of that nature, all come from the AmeriCorps stipulations and from the AmeriCorps grant.
Okay.
But in terms of the allies, in terms of who pays them, things of that nature, it's all through UM Dearborn.
Okay, and I also remember that you're not political, you're not religious, and I heard those things that when we were there. If somebody, that's looking at the show wanted to know more about you, what is a website number or something that they can call? You have that information?
Yes, so the general information is at publicallies.org, and then to specifically apply to be an ally, it's apply.publicallies.org, and to be a partner organization, so to host an ally, it's partner.publicallies.org.
Okay. So, PQ, I'm going to ask you, how did you get involved with Public Allies? Are you a student at the University of Michigan?
No. So I actually came to Public Allies from a lot of service with another national service organization.
Okay.
Was familiar a little bit with Public Allies because some folks who I either served with or managed at my national service org were familiar, were interested in learning more and doing more of the community type service.
Okay.
And so becoming familiar with Public Allies, I love the mission, being able to kind of go out in the communities and help to expand the reach of those organizations that we're working with. So it just drew me to it.
Okay.
And I was lucky enough to.
You were kind of like on the capacity building part of the Public Allies. And for you, Caitlin?
I have just been really excited about Detroit, and I truly believe that and Public Allies Metro Detroit staff believes that what Detroit needs is Detroiters.
Right.
We don't need all this external attention helps, but the solution is in the community. And so to find a program that really supports that was really exciting to me. And one thing I want to make sure people hear is that when we say everyone leads, we believe everyone leads.
Right.
So this is not just the college grad. We're not looking for PhDs. If those people
Exactly.
want to apply, we
That's great.
believe they lead as
Right.
well.
Right.
But we are deeply committed to people re-entering after prison time, people that maybe don't have a college education or just down on their luck or all the situations that happen in life.
Right.
We know you're capable. And
Right.
so we want to encourage everyone who has that passion
Right.
to apply to this program, and that was really exciting to me as well.
And that's what I really liked about the program when I came out, and I heard, because oftentimes bad things happen to good people. And there are people out here that are suffering and they feel so down and out. They want to do something, but every time they try, they're being knocked down because of, their past or something that happened. And when I heard you say everyone leads, and when I, heard just like, anybody can apply, somebody has that great idea. People want to be a part of the change. And one thing, I'm a domestic violence advocate, and I always believe that change comes from within. So when you talk about change coming from within Detroit, I think it's an awesome thing. That's what I do here on the Barbara Dean Franklin Show, is to try and reach out to people that are doing good things in the city of Detroit, because so often we hear about the bad things that are happening, and people don't know what they don't know until
Right.
they know it. So there are so many great and wonderful things that people are doing, but if we don't share it with one another, if we don't get the word out, if we don't support one another, then we're all just running around doing great things and nothing is really
Right.
happening. So I really believe that Public Allies, I really believe in you guys, and so I want to support you in any way that I can. That's why I wanted to get you out here. That's why I was stalking you, I literally, Kayla, are you coming? Are you coming? Are you coming? Because I think it was worth it. I think it is worth, people coming out and hearing about the program, also applying for the program. There are no big eyes, no little U's. Everybody can be a part of this, So I'm excited. I tell people about it everywhere I go. I'm like, have you heard about it? I'm texting people. I'm sending stuff.
Thank
Like,
you.
who is this public? They probably think you guys are paying me. We'll talk
We're
about
not.
that later. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, so I really think that this is a great program. So, so how many, I know Uzma and who was the Markeisha.
Yeah.
So are you guys the only ones that are involved right here in Michigan right now? And that is so young girls, young ladies, that are doing something. I could feel your passion. I really like they probably should get a page. Where's the public allies where you guys were taking pictures where you went up
Yeah.
north and you found the training
Our
center?
selfies,
Yeah.
our Facebook selfie.
Yeah. So, just tell me a little bit about what it means to you to just when you do something that you love to do. I mean, how great does it feel for you? And before I say that, before I say anything else, congratulations on your new marriage.
Oh,
You're
thank you
recently
very
married,
much.
right?
Thank you.
Yes, so congratulations. But how does it feel to walk in, what is your calling, your passion? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, two things about this are really exciting to me. First and foremost, having a great team. I had, PQ, Markeisha, Uzma. PQ and Markeisha specifically are rooted in Detroit. I've been in Chicago for the last 7 years, originally from the area, but returning, and so they can tell me everything I need to know, upside down, everything. And we just all support each other. Uzma's been a huge support. Started before any of us, doing a lot of the background work. So to walk in every day. People in nonprofits are always crazy, right? But if you're crazy with 4 to 5 to 6 other people, it makes it a little better.
Right.
And I really believe in the power of humanity and power of human connection. And so to do that every day, to focus on what humanity and human connection can do, it just changes everything.
Okay, PQ.
For me, it's about being able to see the light bulb.
All right.
Depending on who it is, what the situation is, to have that person to realize what it is that you're telling them, whether it's a nonprofit saying this person is great, you should work with them, or you should be doing this, or working with the ally and having them to be able to see the actual potential that they have in themselves.
Right.
That is what, for me, just makes it all worth it. Because if a person is able to realize that, then the moon is the limit in terms of them being able to do whatever.
And that is just awesome because as you just said that, when you said you see the light bulb come on, I see the lights in the city of Detroit coming on. You say, I see people out here taking pride in the city again. Instead of throwing the McDonald's bags out of the window, taking it home and throwing it in the garbage. I see people coming together and cleaning up the city. When you ride to other cities or other states and you're like, why is the grass so pretty? And I see people just like the Motor City Gang that ride and cut the grass. They're doing stuff because we know that we have to save ourselves. We have to be the change that we want to see. We have to make a difference in our own communities, our neighborhoods, our homes, and that's when other people will look at us and say, okay, hey, they're doing great and wonderful things. So, let's invest in what they're doing. So again, I commend you guys for doing what you do. The show before you, I talked about you on her show, so I'm going to talk about her, Kamita Bell, the resource lady. She finds all kind of resources to help people. That's what this is all about, helping people to help themselves. So, you guys keep up the good work in doing what it is you do. Tell them again about if they wanted to apply or they want to get in touch with you, give them the website or telephone number to contact you.
Sure. So the website to apply is apply.publicallies.org to apply to be an ally. The website to be a partner organization to host is partner.publicallies.org. And I'm looking at the wrong camera.
Sorry.
And the email, you can email us at pametrodetroit@umich.edu. So umich.edu.
Okay.
And so if none of that works for you and you just want to call and talk to someone, our phone number is 313-583-6775. And if you just, you don't really want to talk to anybody, you're not really computer savvy, but you got a Facebook page, you can also like us. Our Facebook page is Public Allies Metro Detroit.
Right. So I think it's wonderful. What I like to ask, and I'm going to ask you, PQ, because there is some young girl, some young boy that's out there, and they really want to do something. They really want to be a part of the change. They don't know what it is that they want to do. I want you to look over in that camera, and I just want you to encourage somebody, why they should fill out the application, why they shouldn't give up on their dreams, why they should just reach out and try and make a difference no matter what, is coming up against them. Why should they keep moving forward to do the right thing? Please talk to them.
So the main thing that we're looking for in the program for Public Allies are folks who are committed to wanting to be better. You know, we there are a lot of problems that are coming out about the city of Detroit. We all know it. We see it on the news, read it in newspapers. But we're looking for folks who have an idea. If you have never been considered a leader by anyone, but you know that you have a great idea, or you just have this burning, yearning passion to go out and do something, apply. The only qualifications that we have are that you are 17 years old, you have at least a high school diploma or a GED, and that you are a U.S. citizen. So with those three qualifications, that's a good chunk of everybody in the city. And so if there's something that you think you have an idea or you have just a passion for wanting to help, apply for our program. We are here. If you don't have skills, we can build them up. We just want to make sure that we are getting the right people to be able to help find the solutions for the issues that we know are out there.
Right. And Caitlin, I'm getting old, so I just lost my thought right there. but the people that are out here that really want to apply. You talked about what you're looking for. I want to talk about the application because I went through the application and it's not. It's not a hard application. It's just the application that you're talking about, and I think there are a couple of essay questions. Talk about a little bit about the actual application, because I think sometimes when people are applying for a job, they're apprehensive about, what's on there. So what are you looking for when they fill out that application?
Yeah, there's no right or wrong answers. We're just looking for people who are committed and people who are excited. So there are some questions on there, one specifically about what does homegrown leadership mean to you, and where will you be in Detroit in the next 2 to 5 years?
Okay.
And there isn't a right or wrong answer. People have all kinds of different ideas, and that's the point. We want all of Metro Detroit represented in this first Ally class. We want everyone to have a voice. So that we have gotten some feedback that some people are a little nervous about the essays, but there's no limit, there's no minimum requirement. We're just excited to hear your thoughts. So I encourage people to just be honest.
All right. Well, before I get ready to end the show, I want to know, is there anything about Public Allies that we didn't touch on that you guys want people to know about before we close?
I think, I do want partner organizations to know that there is a financial investment. So partner organizations that partner with us and agree to host an ally, they do have to commit financially because they're investing in the next group of leaders. So it's not free labor, but it's an investment that we believe really makes a difference. But other than that, I think we've covered
Right. And I think that you guys kind of talked about that investment because of the $1,450 stipend that's on there. The nonprofits are required to give some of that, but it's always that but. If you come now, you get two. No. Okay, but if they don't have all the money, you kind of work with them because there is some funding that has already been applied. So that shouldn't stop a nonprofit from coming out to try to build up the their organization. And I think again, I wish an opportunity was like that for me. I guess it was. I started at Michigan Bell. I was 19 years old. I worked for 36 years. I was getting ready to say I was 36. Yeah, I retired last year, So that opportunity is really hard, for people today. They're not going to come right out of high school, get a great job, like the one that I was able to be blessed with. So this is a wonderful opportunity for somebody who wants to learn, who wants to be a leader, who wants to affect change in the world, to be a part of the change. And that's got to be exciting, for someone to just come home each and every day and talk about the things that they did and how they're helping to grow the city. And then after that 10-month commitment, wow, what the possibilities of what they can do, So I just encourage you guys to just keep doing what it is that you're doing. I'm so excited, because I know in that 3 to 5 years, we'll be hearing about Public Allies on a way bigger, to a bigger degree, and to really just, he was a Public Ally graduate.
Right.
That person, they opened up that business, they have all of Jefferson over there, and they, so that's what I'm excited about is the homegrown people that will do great and wonderful things in this city, because this is one thing that you cannot do. Don't count us out. Okay, because we are on the verge of a breakthrough. You know,
Yes.
it's like, we've been in labor and now we're about to give birth. So I'm truly excited. I thank you guys for coming out, for sitting with me, for allowing me to stalk you, to blow up your
Thank
Facebook
you for
page.
having us.
Yes, thank you.
It's been wonderful. So before I go, just give your information one more time, because I don't want anybody to miss the opportunity.
Sure. So apply.publicallies.org to apply, partner.publicallies.org to host an ally, publicallies.org for general information, PAMD, what's our email?
PA
Metro Detroit at umich.edu.
Phone number 313-583-6775. And the Facebook page is Public Allies Metro Detroit.
All right. So I want to end my show the way I always do, to my viewing audience, the people that tune in each week to listen to and look at the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. I truly appreciate you. There is no support without you. Y'all will get that later on. But from my beating heart to your beating heart, I love you. You understand? Okay.